Mavere from programtom.com/dev here, and in this episode I'm gonna talk about one of my latest articles, Unlock the Secret of Software Development, the real secret that may bring you success. A little bit of developer perspective from developer point of view. So here it is. If you're getting started with whatever, you are starting with blank plate with nothing done before, and generally this is a rare case, but yeah, this involves in software terms setting up a basic project structure without pre-existing code, dependencies, knowledge, and practice, and the choices here are endless, and you don't know what to will fit whatever job. You most probably pick some general purpose language like Java, C Sharp, Go, Python, PHP, and or whatever fits your expertise. And there are a lot of unknowns beyond software development, like unknown market, product market fit, and do the market knows you? Do you know the market? And this is a big obstacle, but it is a little bit beyond developer point of view. So before you start coding, you must know all these things first. But generally, getting started from zero, from scratch, is a rare case. I've been, for example, a consultant, and I have created a project, what to eat, Kakvadesh in Bulgarian, and if you open it, you could see it's fast and it is multilingual, and yeah, generally in this project I've created a multilingual database that I've done in one of my jobs before that. I've integrated Apache Lucene for fast full text search, and at another job I saw a pattern, a way of coding by bringing up in memory the data that is strict, that is limited to like 1,000 records, and when all this data is in the memory, in the RAM server, it, you are on every request will not hit the database for these types of information, so it will be super fast. Another big point of view is personal branding. If you are famous, if you start something new, the mere name, the mere brand of you will create new customers. People will try something because of your name. And if you have some project already existing and you want to create something, you could put hyperlinks to your newer project. This is search engine optimization that is crucial for visibility in search engines. So the old project has some statistics from Google, like a greater rating than whatever new you create. So if you point links to your new item, it will rise the SEO score. Another thing, users, social media profiles, numbers, phone numbers. Well, if you create something that is user based, that is based on the user profiles, you must most probably have some type of a Facebook page, private email database, or whatever, and uh, this is actually the most valuable part of whatever you do, the users table. So maintaining a users list is vital for marketing purposes. And yeah, if you are strong in marketing, you most probably collect emails, phone numbers, and a little bit less social media profiles that are subscribed to your page, because it is less good, because these algorithms change, and it, the social media platforms will make you pay to actually get something in front of the eyes of the followers. So yeah, uh, what is valuable about Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, and yeah, basically all the big platforms. What is valuable in them is the users table and the million eyes of that they um, put some product, and they are selling all of us all products. And yeah, this is all this until now is a little bit from marketing perspective, and I'll continue here with a little bit of more programming perspective. So if you have some previous project, and if you coded the project properly with solid principles, you have designed software with utilities, with functionality, with methods, with you've programmed your code in such a way that um, it is testable, and it is replaceable, it is injectable, and all these components are actually not attached to the specific project, and could be reused in multiple projects. But solid refers not only to object-oriented project, but to a higher level application requirements and design. So in the backend world, this could be viewed as microservices. For example, I have coded some modules like a Google login and JWT token microservice, and I'm using them in proof of concept translations manager, and gradually all the other I will include them in all other applications, and in and especially in all new project that I'm planning to create. But basically, these new projects will test these microservices, and all the new projects will have already present authentication and authorization out of the box. So this is reuse of old code, not just of code, not copy pasting or including a library or package, but actually reusing the running application. So this is a cool thing about microservices. And a little bit on the front end, I could share, for example, in PubDev, for the company I worked for, Prime Holding, they've actually extracted some components from the app that I've participated. So they've extracted a lot of components like item pickers and text fields, dialogues with validation and stuff. And yeah, This is something that could be reused in multiple projects, and all the usages in the newer projects could potentially find bugs and find new usages. And yeah, these tools could be uh, improved based on the usage. So this is one great item, great benefit of publishing stuff and reusing them in a newer place. So by creating some project, you should have a workflow of how to code it, first how to architect it, how to organize the code structure, the features, and also having a clear step of how to um, merge the code with different strategies for code review and code branching and bringing the code to testers. So this is a workflow that should be clear. And yeah, generally for delivering a an app or whatever, there should be a process when and how code is delivered to production. Who needs to develop it, validate that it is working, and find bugs, and business should also validate the code, and everything should be written and clear. So potentially tests like patrol and yeah, some virtual machine or emulator could potentially run tests to validate all the logic automatically without human interaction besides starting the project. So this is one of the great benefits of having written clear steps. And having a good workflow could create speed, could bring up the speed of bringing the project to production. So yeah, bringing new features or products to production is crucial for actually getting customers happy, and actually having a business is the the idea of any business is making people happy so they could give their money. So effective CI/CD pipelines and scripts and automation, so less manual work is required, is key for getting uh, reduced the time it takes to develop something and bring it to production. So yeah, crucial role plays the continuous integration, continuous delivery, and automation, because all they could maintain high code quality and enable frequent releases by using automation of testing, deployment, monitoring, and yeah, tools that execute this is like Jenkins uh, or the Git providers offer user interface that wrap the Git hooks, so all the code is executed on some cloud. So yeah, it is essential to have actually at some point user facing projects, because uh, at the end they are who they are the one who pay the bills for the business. Even in cases where it is business to business, the receiving the service or product must the the product or the service must speed up the flow, the work. It should make uh, the business that clients users require less work, less people, and yeah, at any point, uh, any software must face users, and in this site on this topic, uh, facing users requires the software to have GDPR actions, because the European Union enforced and made some actions that any service that is offered in European Union must comply, like having functionality be forgotten, download data, and being notified if some data breach happens. Another great thing and essential and important is monitoring how your app is uh, working and getting notified if something fishy happens. So yeah, live monitoring is essential to be notified of any issues, and all these issues should be reported with clear crash analytics and clear messages, so you could actually take actions, concrete actions, how to resolve any issues, and not dive deep in technical junk. And yeah, the core work of the software developer is to figure out and elevate beyond the technical junk, and actually to focus on the real business logic. So every project must have clear goals, good documentation, and version control, automated testing, and security measures. So having good security measures is very good ideas. I've personally am using a tool like whitelisting, having a whitelist. Let me see where it is. Application level whitelisting. So it is a project where you could set up the IP, the IPs from where you want your application to be accessed, and I also plan to make it for on user base, so every user could actually protect from where uh, his profile is accessed, because most people uh, access their services from 2 or 3 places, like his home, his partner's home, or from work. And in general, if no power outages happen, the IP addresses remain static. Although it is patent, like home customers usually pay more for actually static IP addresses, but when there is no power outage, most of the times the IPs remain the same for long period of time. Like I'm having internet access for 10 years or more with my current provider, and the IP changed just once for all those years. So this is security. and it is a good idea to have also user feedback mechanisms. So it is essential to have feedback from users. What are they happy about? What are they sad about? What they don't like? And in this site, on this topic, you should generally be unemotional about any critics, and any critics should be viewed um, from a perspective if the feedback is actually functional. Any personal opinion, in most cases, it should be skipped, except if there are too many personal opinions about something. It is, in this case, it is not, it is valid point, but generally you should focus on functional dislikes and having have them addressed. This is the way I've elevated some time ago one app that reached 50,000 active users. So for having monitoring, I've already covered. Having backup and recovery in case of server failure is also very important. And yeah, you should have the backups located in different servers. This is another thing. Some years ago, I had some hard drive failures, and actually two hard drive failures. So if you don't have something in three places, you most probably do not have it. So have at least three copies in three different hard drives, or yeah, clouds, or yeah, whatever, so you do not lose data in case of failures. So scalability is something that is I think overlooked generally. In the most general purpose languages are good enough in terms of speed, and if they are coded properly, like being stateless, like using the strategies that I've talked about my personal project, my project that I've used the knowledge of my consultant jumps. Generally, you don't need multiple servers. You don't need endless amount of clouds and stuff. Yeah, hosting something on your own is perfectly fine. But if you actually reach the number of users that will hit your server load, you could increase the power of your server, and in the same time you could plan to have it have the backend scalable for big to be scalable with clouds and all the ways that are used, like load balancing, having replicated server nodes, like for example in microservice architecture, using Kubernetes to scale only the microservices that are hit by scalability bottleneck. And yeah, but in general case, monolith is fine, and hosting it yourself is fine. So if you have enough traffic for that limits, that puts stress on your server, you most probably have reached some income, so it will be, you have the resources to have it scaled up. And another thing that I've pointed here, localization and accessibility. Like I've said, my application offer has multiple languages present. So it is translated to 50 plus languages. So generally, all users prefer to use something that is in their language. So basically, reusing anything that you've already done before is essential to have any success. If you do not reinvent the wheel, can start everything on a blank plate. And I'll bring some example here. Like Elon Musk started his career by coding a game like Space Invaders or something. Then he jumped to money, like the previous version of PayPal after it was merged. So he realized then that money is just a record in a database, and after being part of this company, all his newer companies take advantage of credit, of having stocks and being public, and mm, getting things out, and achieving scalability with humans. And his latest product is a human-like robot that will do the job of the humans. And yeah, after he succeeded launching and landing second stage rockets, he first started sending satellites of different internet providers, and yeah, whoever wants to send something to space. But after that, he he sends his personal company internet satellites. So he makes money from it by offering internet to the users all around the world. And like by owning some parts of Tesla, the Tesla cars like read, like takes videos and photos of of the surrounding of the car, and all this data, all this video needs to be sent to the servers of Tesla so they could train their AI. And he could actually link the Tesla to the satellites, and this is like building something that helps the other thing, like the solar roof uh, business, and the investments of storing the power, the electricity to power wall is connected to the car that is driven by electricity. So you see how everything is connected in his business. And yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Anything, you build something and you build something around it. And yeah, all this is true even for software, and especially for software that is requires less actual physical effort